All right, bros. Oh wait, no, this isn't a bros video. This is a Porsche video. Hello, sophisticated gentlemen. This is Matt Mormon. I'm Obsessed Garage, and this is Obsessed Garage, and we're gonna put on some bolster protectors. And Ed talked me into these again. He's probably right. The last car I didn't do bolster protectors on. This one already has a crease here right from the factory. I just lift my leg up, but he's probably right. These are really, really expensive seats and would be a pain to reupholster. And so you can put this cover on, which is really, really nicely done. This is the EdGuard version, where it's a two-piece design. So you have the little cuff that goes over whatever you call this piece here, but the main section swoops down between the two bolts into the back. So I'm going to show you quickly how to install this. I cheated here on this one. I installed the passenger side. I read the instructions, watched the video, and so we're gonna put this piece on. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a little extra step, do a quick little cleaning, and then we'll do a little bit of leather shield. So I doubt this is really all that dirty, but I'm just using some Color Lock mild cleaner. And then we're going to put some shield on there. It's kind of like think of it as like a wax or like a protectant for your leather. So that way this has a really nice soft, fabric on the inside here that shouldn't wear the leather at all. That's kind of the point of this, so you can take it off and you're fresh, clean, and like new. But it certainly can't hurt to add a little bit of protection. So this is a Color Lock leather shield. Shake it up, put it on. And so leather you don't want to coat. You don't want to clog the pores. You still want it to be breathable. And so this product is designed by the leather people for leather. It's not some rebottled thing from some detail company. This is like the real deal here. And so I should do a video here coming up, so I should do all the leather in the car, but today we're just gonna do this little section here. I might as well hit this here since we're doing it. So that was basically it. Put a little shield on there, call it a day. Just wipe it off. I'm not going to buff it off. I'm just going to gently wipe off the excess. And now we have a layer of protection that'll go underneath. Now, bolster protectors are a lot like PPF to me. It's one of those things that's like, you're covering up something that you're never going to see again, so why don't I just, deal with a little bit of the damage over the next, several years. But it also depends on how you get in and out of the car. If you're an older gent and maybe you're not as spry as you once were and you fall into the car, you certainly want to do this. My problem is magnitude, size. I'm a little bigger than the average. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention in this video, we're going to do the T-Design9 Memory module. So we're going to do this thingy, and then we're going to do a Rennline cell phone mount as well. So just a couple of quick little interior mods, bro. I hate that word, mods. Makes you sound like an idiot. Okay, so first thing we do is we got to kind of push and pull back the whatever that thing's called, the switch that moves the seat up. Let's move the seat all the way up while we're here. Seat's pretty much all the way back this way, and then we'll move it forward once we get it moving. Bryce, need your help. Come on, bro. We need to swoop it. I need you to get in that seat and hold this back. So this one, the passenger side, has like a little tab that holds this down. This one doesn't have it. You need to get yourself a partner. I followed the instructions this time.
You Follow the instructions.
Get yourself a partner part. It says you need a buddy lift.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh. You just break the other one?
Moved.
Oh, shoot. Just put that there. You take this piece here. I'm going to slide it underneath the seat belt, down between the seat belt bolt and the other bolt. I guess the first and second, sorry. And then we have to slide this around our switch. And hope that our switch goes back in place. Afterward, and we swoop this around here. You tuck the little cards up underneath. These little plastic cards under that hold it in place. And we just man up with it. And then this corner, a little old tuckaroo in there. What's going on here? My swoop isn't whooping here. Swooping the whoop. Okay. The hardest part is getting this where it's not all jiggly. I'll get out of the way in a second here so we can get this on camera. This piece is kind of whooped up there. What do you think? How we looking? We're looking swoopy. Let's push this in. Okay, that's back in. Where's that lump? I guess that's just the way it goes. Okay. Now, Mike probably can't see any of this.
No, you're probably getting a lot of your back and shoulder.
That's what it looks like. Swooped. Okay. Now we take and all the way up. You can let go. Your job here is done, Bryce. You can get out so we can get our camera angles back. Pull the seat forward, and then we take a piece of Velcro. Take this little piece of Velcro here, and loop it around the seat. This car makes some weird popcorn sounds. Hear that? What is that? It's because I didn't break it in properly, that's what it is. I didn't follow the manual's instructions, it's gonna blow up. You get to drive 35 miles an hour or less for the first 2 years of ownership. Otherwise, it's going to explode on the lift in the air with no key in it. That's the consequence that you've got to be prepared for if you're going to break the rules and be a rebel. It's been, what, like an hour and a half. This thing's still hot as crap. Okay. Put the zip ties on there so that the Velcro doesn't, the adhesive doesn't fall off over time. Cut those little thingies back. Take this thing here. And we just kind of swoop it around somehow. Like that. It's pretty good. Move the seat back. And then we take the cuff and we swoop this up through here. I like that word today. That's the word of the day, swoop. Swoop it. You want to pull it nice and tight. And turn it in place. Yeah, this one doesn't have a little pooch like the other side did. It's just luck of the draw, I think, on how your seat reacts, and so there we go. Hey, while we're at it, why don't we leather shield this too? And that's a gosh darn dead nuts match. Looks pretty darn good. Let me get these lined up. that in, put a little shield on here, and we're done. So yeah, maybe I should call them and do the RS as well. It does look darn factory. I mean, you saw that crease on the seat already. It came right off the boat that way. I don't know. I'm just stubborn with the whole protection for the protection, hiding things we're never going to see again, but that looks very OEM-like. Okay. Let me put the car down a little bit and jump up inside here. So our cell phone mount and our T-Design9 Memory module. Okay, so let's do our memory module here and our cell phone mount. It's a good time to do both because we can pulling apart the same stuff. Yeah. Okay. So what this module does for me is it, every time I get in the car, I got to turn on auto blip, exhaust, turn off the auto stop start. So every time I get in the car, I got to do that. And so what this is going to allow me to do is program it so that every time I turn the car on, those 3 buttons are active automatically. Just something that annoys the crap out of me. And so thanks to the guy, I forget who shared it with me, but I didn't know this existed. So we just pop this loose. Just be nice and careful here. What's so magical about a Porsche that it just comes apart and goes back together so nicely. Once that pops loose, then this back piece pops off here. It slides out. Shoot. Be careful you don't break it, because that part is rather expensive. Something wasn't quite sitting right with this right from the factory. So I hope this wasn't damaged, because it's not popping loose. Let's try our skin wedge tool. There we go. Let me pull it that way. Yeah, I knew something wasn't quite right. Right when, even when I was sitting in the car, when I first got in it, this piece was kind of poking out a little bit. I'll get some pliers here in a minute to get that out. Okay, so now this center piece comes out somehow or another. I think it just pulls up. Or do I have to take these two? Yeah, I think these Torx hold it in. So I need to lift this up in order to get the module down underneath here. So here's the module, it has some tape on the side. Okay, so I need one of these T20s probably, because I'm going to do my cell phone mount as well. So the cell phone mount, they make a couple of different versions. This is from Rennline, like that. But don't make the mistake like I've done before. You've got to first assemble it. So this piece, and then this ball goes over top of that, like so. The ball sits here and your cell phone sits up nicely. Very Porsche-like. All right, let's get some tools. So here's a key distinction with this I learned on the GT3. So this here, so you've got to put the little crush lock washer in between. I put it on the back side, so when you put it on the back side, it doesn't work. And you need to really tighten it down, otherwise it loosens up all the time, which is not good. And you need a 14 millimeter and a 3 millimeter Allen to really torque it down, otherwise it's going to spin on you. And you'll always be reaching back there trying to tighten it up. So now it bites and isn't going anywhere. So I got to change and fix the GT3. Having the washer in between on the front side, not the back side. Let's see if we can get this module in here first. Gosh, I love taking these cars apart because they go back together so nicely. I'm pretty sure I've got to take these out. You may not have to do this. That's right. I think the radio has to come out for that. I've got to get out of the car and look up under here and see how this thing pops, because I know this thing pops out. I think we have these lights in the store, but these lights are so awesome. It's not as high a quality LED as the detailing lights, but these work lights are great. You know what? I'm just going to raise the car up and I can just reach up under there, rather than taking the radio out and all this other crap. I know this thing comes off. There we go. Got it. Where's Bryce? I need Bryce's baby hands in here. Bryce, I need some baby hands. All right, this black thing needs to go up in here. There's a spot, it's right there.
Okay, so this, or just the
Yeah,
module?
yeah, that. And
Flashlight would definitely be helpful.
we'll figure out the module here in a minute. Here, I'll give you a little guide, a little fingy guide. Blind.
There you go.
All right, now let's see if it works. Let's see if something blows up.
Electrical fire, let's go.
Shoot, how does it know exactly what? Those are the buttons I want. How does it know that?
Read your mind.
Oh, that was my last setting. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like super lazy mode.
Love it. All right, now, second question is where are we going to put this where it's not going to be in the way? Yeah, but that's a shift linkage, so we can't mess with that. Is it? So look, if we do attach it right here.
You got the wire in the way.
So I'm going to see when I push this down. It's hitting the shift linkage.
It's rubbing on it, but lightly.
So if I attach it, it needs to come at like a little bit of an angle like this. I think that should do her. So if we do a tuckaroo up in here. There we go. All right, lift it back up. Let me push it down nice and snugly. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make sure it works again. Nice. That's cool. A lot of work for a little payoff, but okay. Cell phone mount. Need some needle nose to get that little clipster out. Shoot. Okay. Got this clip out, which sits on here. That'll work. Could have just taken the other screws out, the other screw out of the radio, since I'm going to take this out anyway. The head unit. Careful. piece here. And put it in place. So now we know how to do that module. It'll take you frickin' 20 seconds to do it. Push this up against the side, as there is some play. Put our 3 T27s back in. So that module is called a T-Design9, not a T9 design. We'll put the link in the description. So make sure that this piece is in place. I got bent a little, shoot. Just talked about how great this stuff is about going back together. All right, I'm gonna have to get out. Shoot! I can't see anything. Can only see it from here. There we go. Nice and pretty. Make sure that plastic piece is on. Now it gets a little tighter here. Nicely done. Better than when it was before. Got a little bit of funk going on here. Okay, then we take our ball, put this on, pop that in place, and torque it down. Then what I'll do for trips, so there are USB connections here, I'll coil up a cable and have it kind of poke out and come under the underside of the cell phone. The other thing to keep in mind is there's a set screw on the back side of this, black piece. And so if you find it spinning, just take it off and torque that down. And then I have a magnet on the back of my phone. Boom. It's freaking awesome. I love it. And you can put it on the driver's side too, but I like the passenger side. Let's give it a little juice. There we go. And so from my view, my vantage point here, now I could move it. I can set it all the way up so that it's not in the way like that. But from my vantage point, it's not blocking the phone at all. So now we got our 3 buttons. Gosh, amazing. You could be a really tall dude and still roll the seat. Nice. Freaking sweet. All right. Interior modification's done. I like to be comfortably seated where I don't have to strain to try to reach the bottom of a shift point. Uh-oh, what's Adam want? You know a lot about stocks, right? Not anymore. That's good. I feel pretty good. Got our seat bolster protectors, got our cell phone mount, got some extra magnets for the future. Didn't break anything. Actually kind of fixed this a little bit so it looks a little nicer. Let's make sure we can go into second gear still. All good. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Interior mods done. I don't know what other interior mods. I got my radar detector. Now I have that little thingy, little memory module, cell phone mount. I'm good to go. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. See you later.